We begin tonight with the latest from Capitol Hill. Lawmakers are hearing directly from former federal employees as they stage a sit-in protest amid DOJ office cuts.
And after hearing from voters back home, some Republican members of Congress changing their tone, Aaron Gilchrist introduces us to one woman who was directly affected by those layoffs.
Everybody move, please.
Hundreds of fired federal workers taking their anger and questions to Capitol Hill, crowding into and overwhelming lawmakers' offices, demanding answers.
I think it's really cruel to fire people for poor performance when they've only had great feedback.
To why they were seemingly randomly fired by billionaire Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency.
I felt really proud being an American working at USAID. I really felt that we were providing support and care to humanity around the world because it's the right thing to do. And that made me feel proud no matter who was president.
Republicans who've felt the anger from constituents back home, like Congressman Rich McCormick, softening their tone.
I'm all for trimming the government, but I'm all for also doing it in a deliberate manner that allows people to adjust in their lifestyles.
McCormick, just one GOP lawmaker, expected to meet with the president today to discuss the firings and the cuts to come. Meanwhile, federal employees who still have jobs may get a second email asking them to explain their work. Musk posting on social media that failure to respond again will mean termination, contradicting what the government said yesterday, that responding was voluntary. The White House saying today President Trump supports his secretary's directions.
So again, the agency heads will determine the best practices for their employees at their specific agencies.
Everyone goes through a review process all the time, every single year. You just don't do it in this kind of way and just make it easy for China to collect data on the American people.
Still, for some, more questions than answers.
I have cried every day. I have a 15-month-old at home, and I'm looking at him and thinking, well, what's this country that we're now living in?
As the president pushes forward with his vision to reshape the federal government. Another piece of President Trump's agenda is facing a key vote as Republicans seek to adopt a budget. It's the first test of the Republican governing majority, and already some GOP members may be withholding support until they get more information on planned spending cuts. They want assurances that those cuts will not impact social safety net programs. At the White House, Aaron Gilchrist, NBC News.
There's a lot of speculation and confusion surrounding the federal worker layoffs, and 6 News is here to break down 3 things to know when it comes to the federal layoffs. First, economic experts say the shrinking workforce will cause a ripple effect that would hurt local economies, especially in cities like D.C., where most of their workforce are in federal agencies. Second, lost wages would affect restaurants, daycare centers, small businesses, etc. But the economic experts reassured that the layoffs alone wouldn't cause a recession, which leads into the third thing to know. There will still be an economic uncertainty. Although some of the laid off employees will be able to find other jobs, governmental policies like tariffs and deportation still pose an economic uncertainty to our nation's future.